and welcome to the Pot Topic Podcast, coming fired out of a fucking cannon tonight. Welcome to issue 5. I'm your host, Tom, and we have other hosts with us. We have to my left, Kel.
Howdy, hi.
Alex.
Hello.
Taryn.
Sad people shouldn't fly planes.
Okay, and Viola.
Too soon?
Hello.
Yeah, so see you next week. I'm not sure we really want to carry on this. Alright, cool.
Kidding, that's comedy gold.
Quick before we start. Oh,
Dear
fuck
me.
off.
Dear me. Even I cringed at that one. I'm sorry.
Bad man. Right.
Badman Inspector.
So, quickly, we want to say thank you. I know it's about a month too late at this time of the episode actually going up, but thank you very much to Super the Hardest podcast, who played a little message from us, basically thanking them for being our inspiration for this podcast.
It wasn't so much a little message, though, was it?
No, we were quite drunk.
Yeah,
So
this was after the recording of the second issue. We'd already done a bottle of whiskey. Another bottle of whiskey had turned up, and then we recorded this message, and we ended up getting 10 minutes of airtime. We sing the words thank you for about a minute and a half.
Twice.
Twice.
Minute and a half. The other 8.5 minutes, I seem to remember, were just...
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty
A
much.
little bit about fisting.
Oh, 15. So thank you guys. Also, quick thank you to Ricard from Sweden, who not only started listening to the podcast, posted on our Facebook page.
We're international.
Yeah, and he also submitted a topic. Fucking amazing.
Lovely.
Well done. Thank you very
Nice
much.
bit of community love. Love you, Ricard.
Yes, so speaking of which, we have a whiskey.
Dee, as you bought the whiskey today, would you like to tell us about it?
Yep.
Good one.
Ballantine's finest blended Scotch whiskey.
Blended, so not our single malt normal.
I know nothing about whiskey. It's in a bottle. George Ballantyne and his son made it for us.
Personally.
And what food would you pair it with?
What food?
Yes.
Crisps.
Shit, we ain't got Chris tonight.
We can't have it.
Oh, we got strawberry straws.
Oh, that'll do. Would you like me to open it? Is it ready?
It's not a cork, so
Is
it's
it
going to
a
be
crack?
a cheap.
Oh, it's going to be a
cheap
fucking...
crack.
Are you ready? Fucking... Oh. Hang on. It's a...
Oh.
It's childproof.
It's a slightly confusing lid.
Yeah, it's kind of all plastic on the inside. It didn't make a proper crack. Oh, well. You like a proper crack?
Not straight out the bottle, Dee. Jesus Christ, that was an instinct move there. Just took a swig out the bottle.
Oops.
Sorry, I'll just make the glasses nice and big. And while I'm pouring, Alex, as you are the virgin here, would you care to select a topic from the hot pot?
One from us.
Get my fist right in there. Right.
We really should get into the habit of explaining what we do on this show before we get into it.
Yeah,
Topic
right.
number 1,
No,
funnily
it's
enough. Would you be gay with your clone?
Didn't you just put that in the pot?
No. I put that was his suggestion. I wrote it and put it in.
Oh, okay,
He
right.
drew it out fair and square.
Very nicely done. So, Alex, would you be gay with your clone?
Probably. Just because I've always wanted to know what it'd be like to get fucked by me. But that's...
Know the joy.
I don't know. I think I'd probably feel a bit odd about it afterwards. And I'm sure the clone would as well. I think would be like mutually weirded out.
Afterwards,
Be like
as opposed
opposite
to
ends
during.
of the bed, being like, ugh.
Just the shame. You're both just huddled in your own corners of the bed.
How's it for you?
I don't know. I think there'd be a lot of politics involved in like who takes turn being top.
Rochambeau.
But I want to try fisting today. No! 69, straight 69, and then we were out the door.
Well, I take the viewpoint that it's not gay, it's masturbation.
It's masturbation. Yeah, I'd be fucking all over that shit, man.
What? Why not?
Well, especially seeing as I'm not opposed to having gay sex, yes.
And do you know who's really good at pleasing me? Me.
Oh, God, you're right. It'd be well good.
It'd be awesome.
Who knows your body better than you?
Well, this is why homosexuals have the edge over heterosexuals in sex, because they completely understand what feels good for their own sex. I don't know if that's some outside perspective on it, but...
Nope, that works.
Yes. From our expert in the corner.
Hi.
I mean, I think the question is like, not would you be gay? It's like how far would you go with your clone?
I'm not
And it
sure
would
me and
depend
my
on the nature
clone
of the clone.
would go particularly far because we'd both just like burrito into our duvet and then go to sleep. That'd be the night.
Yeah.
Why have you got Mexican food in bed?
No, you not heard about the burrito where you tuck yourself under and roll in your own duvet? You got a burrito yourself.
So, I could have sworn you were about to finish that with in your own feces.
No.
I don't know. It'd be interesting because you could do things to your clone, and well, I don't know if I can do this, but let's see if we can fit this amount in that one, and then I know what I'm capable of.
You seem to be really interested in just maximising holes.
You've got to maximise your holes.
Just stretch it beyond all recognition.
If you don't use your hole quota every for a year, the next year you don't get as much hole. Simple.
It's not like holidays at work.
Yes, it is.
Stand corrected. Bent over corrected. This whiskey's not that good.
Yeah, it tastes.
I know.
Tastes like whiskey.
I've just been drinking Pepsi Max Cherry, and I can't really taste much else. But
It's whiskey with a hint of stomach lining.
it's rather burny, isn't it?
Yes, it tastes like whiskey.
Ah, you fucking soft southern bastards. Because I'm obviously not, at all middle class and southern.
You lived in Melton Mulberry for how long?
How long? 6 months of 6 months of pies and cheese.
Oh, that'll do it. That'll turn you fully northern. That will.
Inbred people. You know.
They claim they're not northern.
Oh, they are.
They're above the Thames. Everything above the Thames is northern.
Exactly. That's why it's called North.
They're these shuffling, wheezing orc people.
Goodbye, Essex. Goodbye, Northerners. See you later. Nice to know you.
In The Lord of the Rings, the orcs, you go to the market in Melton Mowbray and it's basically like that. It's like people wearing dirty skins and...
So would you rather fuck yourself or one of the Northerners?
Oh, God, myself.
Oh, God. I'll just state it. I'm not opposed to having sex with a Northern person.
That's very tolerant of you.
I like to think myself liberal.
As long as they pluck their back first of all.
Actually,
I feel really bad for the Northerners now.
Yeah.
I really
Slay off of
am.
them.
I haven't got a leg to stand on in that particular matter.
No, you ran over it with the stage.
Wonk. Right, I think that's probably that topic done, isn't it?
I can't think of any more horrendous things to do to my clone.
Not that you're willing to share with all our mums listening.
No, I literally can't think of anything. I'm done. So we got one from the Pol Pot.
From the community.
From the community, Pol Pot. This is from Kels. With the announcement of the flying car, where do you see transport heading towards in the future, and what would you see? Future cars like iRobot or flying cars like Fifth Element?
I see transport heading towards the ground.
Yeah,
Lots of crashing.
There will be quite a bit of that.
I mean, unless they figure out something to do, like when all the oil runs out, I see transport heading towards horses.
Did you actually see the flying car that they put up?
The one that's
right.
fairly recent, where it actually the wings unclip from the back.
Yeah, so
that one.
It's basically like a glorified microlight, in fact.
So it's just a nicer one with an actual capsule rather than, and it can drive on the road.
Yeah.
But it looks fucking awkward.
We've had a really, really big issue this week in the news with a pilot crashing a plane. Do we really, really want to give everyone the power to fly?
No, because I mean, what about drunk drivers? You'd have drunk pilots everywhere.
God,
It wouldn't be amazing. Everywhere would need a bunker.
We did used to get drunk pilots everywhere.
No, they
Yeah.
still do.
It's called the 80s.
No, but there would be more, because everyone can kind of sneak and be like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to get in my car and fly home. And before you know it, I mean, they'll be on the Eiffel Tower impaled.
Yeah,
on a bagel.
I don't.
A victory puff of your vape there.
What were the cars in iRobot like? Were they just kind of hovering?
They were basically automatic cars that you put in your destination, they drive you there.
Oh,
which
like
is what
in,
I want. Like the Google car.
Mercedes, I think.
Okay, maybe I'm getting my stories crossed, but I swear like Google funded something.
Yeah. No, you are right. But Mercedes are thinking of doing some as well, and they're doing their Mercedes thing of everyone will want our cars and everyone should have them if you've got umpteen money. But
see, that would be amazing for me because I could go somewhere. Like this is the first podcast recording we're doing where I don't have to watch what I'm drinking because I'm driving home. Tonight I can get as messy as I want.
Hey.
But the idea of being able to go around my mate's house, get completely sloshed, and then just put in my destination and see if I get home.
But they're talking about in the future all sort of like cargo transport being completely automated and getting rid of all the drivers and just having a lorry that you can just set destination and it will just go.
Yeah, that's what I want.
That kind of opens it up even more to piracy, surely.
yeah, because I mean,
So-
you could have
Robot pirates. Robot pirates.
and there's big swords with fire and lasers.
My friend
But then
group,
you'd have
ladies and
to-
gentlemen.
You'd have to arm the cargo auto transport with cannons.
Have you been playing too much GTA?
Not enough.
or maybe the deck's just kind of, it's got lots of places where a gun can pop up and just take out anyone who's on. On? On. You know, that's the nautical term, on.
Hey, man, the cannons, they're on.
I think the only way the flying car is going to work is if you have the put in your own destination and it will take you there automatically first. So you have that, and then you get the flying cars.
I can't see the flying car ever being like a general thing.
I can see it being a very rich thing, where there will be quite a few about, but...
Possibly.
But then where are you... Because you're going to have space for them to land, unless they can hover. And anything that can hover gets immediately more complex.
If I ever get a flying car, I want a DeLorean. Simple.
Wicked. You're going to fall out the
all
sky.
cars
You're going to ban.
All cars in the future will be DeLoreans.
I think that's a reasonable statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, because driving on the ground, every now and then you'll get a fender bender, but obviously you've got a lot more friction in your favour on the ground. People sort of bombing around. You're just going to see people like sort of flying through Manhattan. You'll just see them kind of pinballing off all the skyscrapers and whatnot.
So maybe we need rubber cars first.
Rubber cars.
Rubber cars, then flying rubber cars.
Yeah, all right, sounds
It's like
good.
super bouncy ball all the way to your destination.
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
Oh god, no, it wouldn't.
What would you launch it with? Because if it's a big rubber ball...
Catapult.
Exactly.
Trebuchet.
Trebuchet.
Kels, I hope
Where are you
we're,
going?
I hope
France,
we're
I think.
actually doing a proper scientific...
Perhaps the launching mechanism is Billy Jones dressed up as the Juggernaut, and he just takes a run up and punts you.
I'm the Juggernaut Pig!
Indeed, yeah. I don't think it's ever really going to happen.
No.
Most people can't be trusted to fly.
No.
See, I just
Especially-
want...
yeah.
I just want teleportation. That's the future transport I want.
It'd be so messy to begin with, because they're going to get it wrong.
I'm not going to be the first one on the pad. I'm not saying that.
No, I know, but just it's going to be messy.
Well, I mean, they've done calculations for how long it will take to transport matter, and theoretically it's possible. But in order to transport that amount of matter from there to over there, will take longer than the lifespan of the universe.
But couldn't you transport it as, like, say, just a signal? Like a
just
light
like
signal
Wi-Fi.
or something?
Oh, well, that's the
That's the, like, Star Trek.
That's the
sort
Star
of
Trek one, isn't it?
Just post it.
Futurama, the
Fuck
tubes.
off.
The tubes.
The tubes.
That's what I
want
want.
to go in the tubes.
They look
tubes
fun.
look-
Oh, the tubes look wicked.
I promise, we're not stoned. this is well a stone conversation right now.
I want to like travel in the
do.
tubes.
I do. Well, I mean, I've got a bottle. Hang on, not quite.
There we go. That
I've now got a bottle of rosé inside me, so that might help explain things a little.
Yeah. All right, next topic. Thank you, Kels.
What's the
Right.
plan?
Is this one from us?
Oh, God. That
Yep.
reaction.
This one's from Tom,
Yay.
and it says, shots?
Oh, shit. I forgot I put that one in there.
I mean, the only answer is yeah, so,
So we've all got to do a shot now.
yeah.
Of what?
Whiskey.
I'm not shotting that whiskey.
What else we got?
I got gin.
vodka in the freezer.
Vodka
I've got
or
vodka in the
gin
freezer.
Or...
Shot of vodka?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Right, be right back.
We'll do some pausey stuff.
Yeah,
so leave it running and whatnot.
Yeah, no, you guys keep talking. It's fine.
Shot. They always end poorly.
Yeah.
No, not always. I have had some good nights on shots.
I've had loads of nights on good shots. No, good night.
No, you were right the first time.
I've had lots of waking up in my bed fully clothed in my flat in St. Petersburg going, but I was in the bar and now I'm here
Memory blanks
and it's midday.
worry me.
I've gotten so used to them. It's just, the last time I really remember getting in trouble on shots was when I was working in Cardiff, doing in the night garden for the week. And there was one night where the day crew and the night crew both had the night off. So we went out in Cardiff, and I think we started in Weatherspoons.
They are not shot glasses, they are champagne flutes.
No, they are plastic champagne flutes that me and Andy used to use for our website, drinkingchampagneinappropriately.com. I couldn't find shot glasses.
What do you mean you couldn't find shot glasses?
Second
There's a
drawer
drawer
down.
with 1 million
second
shot
drawer
glasses.
I don't live here, I don't know
get
that.
shot
Why?
Filters.
There's a reason why I don't live here. Recording podcasts here is fine.
No, it's mental. But yeah, so I did. Long story short, we did some shots at the Weatherspoons. Then we went to some shit indie club, and my memory just goes after I think the 5th tray of shots appears. And I wake up the next morning sitting bolt upright at the wrong end of a bath. I've got the tap in my back and it's dripping down my arse. And when I try and find people and then sort of get into work and just what the fuck happened? And Gav, the boss, said, "Oh yeah, at some point you disappeared." And I sort of asked around, why did I disappear? And someone had the answer. It was like, "Oh well, towards the end of the night they put on Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine, and you tried to start a mosh pit in an indie club. So they threw you out, and after a while, Gav then speaking, so after a while, I sort of went to go find you. And when I got outside, I found you immediately after you'd kicked a bouncer in the bollocks.
Oh dear.
And so he just put his arms around me and just dragged me off and said, no, I'll take care of him. And on the way, like, the entrance to our hotel was 3 stories up, so I took 3 stories up in the off a car park. And I ended up pissing off the car park into the streets of Cardiff. That was a messy night. I was very apologetic. I was so apologetic because I hate being a dick. I hate going somewhere and being a dick. And I sort of
It's a shame you're a dick 100% of the time, then. Isn't it?
the Welsh lads who were working with
Constant
us,
sorry.
I sort of went up to them and just like, listen guys, I'm really sorry. Like, I've come to your town and like I've fucked about. I've been an absolute tuckers. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have done this. And you go, no, you're just one of us. Welcome to Wales.
Right.
I fucking love that.
On that note, clink clink.
This is the most icy cold vodka ever, and it's
Clink,
quite
clink,
a
syrupy
big shot.
goodness.
It's just spilt it on me. Right, okay, let's
1,
go.
2, 3.
Big shot.
I don't like vodka.
Very big shot.
Big shot of vodka.
Ugh. See, I remember my favourite place to go for shots, and Dee will agree with me here, and probably Darren, was the Rat and Parrot in Bexley Heath.
Oh, yeah.
Because back in the day when that pub was open, they used to have a rock night on a Thursday, and it was the only night of the week where you were safe because there wasn't a drive-by shooting.
I don't remember doing shots. I remember doing Irish car bombs.
They used to have... Well, actually, no, this is probably before your time when I used to go with my old school friends.
Right.
They used to do 5 shots for £5. And then in the middle of this pub, they used to have columns, and you'd line them up, and you used to be able to get 20 shots around one of these columns. And yeah, you'd have 4 mates, and you'd all try and do as many shots as you could before the song ended.
I remember getting in the Rat and Parrot. Mine and Emma's drinks, we would always drink the same thing. And for us getting a drink would be a Copperberg, a snake bite, and a shot of Goldschlager.
Oh,
So that
mixing everything.
that would be a drink. So,
Yep, that's our Emma.
yep.
I'm covered in vodka. You like spilled it all over me.
In Russia.
Did we enjoy my
Vodka
topic,
drink you.
everyone? Did we enjoy my topic,
No.
everyone?
It burned a little bit.
Yeah, it would have been
liked it.
better if we had
I
some
like
tequila.
vodka.
You do like vodka.
I fucking love
I was
vodka.
hoping that would come up when I had a bottle of tequila with me. Never mind. Right.
Right.
Should we get...
Pol
So
Pot.
this is one from the community.
Potty.
Also, I'll just take this opportunity to say thank you because we have a beanie hat full of topics here. We got like 35-ish topics
Thanks, guys.
this week, so fucking amazing. Right.
If you keep sending in and you start overrunning us with too many topics, we'll start doing entire community episodes.
Holy shit! All right, okay. This one is from friend of the show, Rob Gray, who will hopefully be on very soon.
Love you, man.
Love him. Right. Hello. If you could take a week and travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and what would you do? P.S. Why do you never see baby pigeons? Kel, do you mind explaining this for me?
Yeah, so Rob, basically, pigeons, once they have their chicks, they nest for up to 25 to 32 days, and then the pigeons come out fully grown, so that's why you never see baby pigeons.
Oh.
Now
That solves that one.
Yeah, there we go, Rob. Hope you enjoyed that. The reason why Kel knew the answer to that, well, first of all, she knew it, but she saw me writing it down
I did.
the other week
I did, yeah.
and actually told me the reason.
Yeah, we have pigeons at the bar at work, and it's been my job to try and get rid of them.
So you've learned the gestation
pigeon.
cycle.
I've learned the patterns that they go to nest in the same place. They stay there for between 25 to 32 days, and then usually 2 chicks come out and
I
then
have
get rid of the nest.
I have 32 days to stomp this baby chick.
Oh no, don't.
Well, you've basically gathered enough information to infiltrate their community and live as one of the pigeons.
Rob,
No, that's a peacock.
On their trust.
There's a seagull in it.
just for you, Rob, we've actually got some pigeon chicks underneath the barbecue at the moment, so I'll take a picture and put that on the website.
Underneath the
Yeah.
barbecue.
On the barbecue!
On a slow rotisserie. Right, so there we go. Shall I go through the question again? Has everyone forgotten the original question?
If you could go anywhere, where would you go for a
Yeah,
week? What would
for
you
a
do?
week.
Is it like you have to go to the one place, or is it kind of a hop about?
Yeah, see, that's my problem. There's like 3 places that I'd really want to go.
But it's shall we take it as you can go to one place and that will be your week in that place?
Yeah, I guess.
I really want to go to Thailand.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Thailand's top of my list
typical.
because I got to see those ladyboys.
Go on then.
That's the sound of Diola pointing at me.
There's a story there. I'm sure will come up.
It'll come up at some point, I'm sure. Yeah, no, hands down, there's no contest. It's the ISS.
Really?
Yeah, if I can
Oh,
go to
you know
anywhere
that's
for
a
a
good
week.
call.
Oh,
That is a
fucking
good call.
Really in the world, is it?
Shut up!
Actually, yeah, no, you can't pick that.
No, I can. It's in the human world. It's in our
That
world
was
of
such a
influence.
smug face, man. It's in the human world.
No, I'm with you, Alex. That doesn't count.
Yeah, well, in that case, I want to go to Middle Earth. Oh, no, but it's in the human world. The human world of experience. We've all experienced
Yeah,
it.
but Middle Earth doesn't actually exist.
How do you know?
Oh, you stumped me there.
What?
Yeah, everyone just looked at D then for some reason.
If you're going to say
on, Dee.
sir,
No, but you looked at me before. Anyway, there are a lot of places I'd like to go. It's really fucking difficult narrowing it down. I mean, instinct, just going, Iceland! I've already been, so I'd quite like to go somewhere.
and we're going again.
Yeah, we will be.
Where would I go? See, it could very well just be Antarctica.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
I would like to see the most southern volcano on Earth. I'd also like to see the dry desert. There's a dry desert in Antarctica, did you know?
Yes, it's the driest desert in the world. 'Cause it's
No water.
never
No
had-
water, no
Mars,
nothing.
Mars,
It's
Never
just
had any rainfall.
impossibly cold.
Yeah.
And the mountain spires there they do look alien. I have a big thing for going to places that are that desolate.
Potential downside is the possibility of running into Shub-Niggurath.
Oh, don't want to do that.
It's a H.P. Lovecraft joke, darling.
I gathered. But,
Oh,
yeah.
really, eh? Yes!
I've changed my mind. I want to go to the Galapagos.
Ah,
I want
yeah.
to see the tropical penguins.
Aw.
Well, you kind of done your fantasy journey, haven't you, already? You went to Costa Rica.
I went to Costa Rica and worked on a sloth sanctuary for a while. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that's about all I've got to say about that.
They were really slow and really cute.
They were so cute. They didn't look real, even when I was standing there holding them. They just looked like things out of like the Jim Henson puppet workshop.
Well,
It was
I remember you telling
Stuff
me
your fist up there, they probably would.
I remember you telling me, Cal, that the sloths were actually ninjas.
They are proper ninjas. They'll sort of stand in a real ninja stance and then swipe at you. Only the naughty ones.
But you were saying, like, you go in.
Shout out to Jojo, my sloth.
Yeah.
Big up, Jojo! Stereo big up there.
You were telling me you'd go in to feed one of them, who was kind of close to the door, he's sort of stand there feeding them. The other one was way off in the corner. And then after you've been feeding this one for a minute, he turned around and it would just be there in your face.
Yeah, Angel kept trying to attack me. Side note, sloths don't like the rain. They get really, really grumpy in the rain. And that's when they start getting really angry. It's quite sad.
I would love to see an angry sloth.
I'm sure I've got a video if you want to watch it.
It's just like a slow-mo scene from The Matrix, like a fight scene.
What, just dodging raindrops?
I would go to the Niagara Falls for a week.
What would you do?
When I was there, make sure that I was drinking heavily for the entire duration, just to make sure that every time I went for a piss, it was that kind of thundering racehorse type piss. But I'd do it off the waterfall while screaming like in Predator when exactly. He's
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
And then he lights that torch and stands
Give
on
it up
that
to
rocky
me.
promontory. He goes, "Ah!" Well, basically, I do that every time I took a piss off the Niagara Falls. Can you imagine the feeling of power?
Would you not rather do that at the Angel Falls?
That would make a wicked Supercuts video.
Everyone, I will repost this on the Tumblr for this podcast, but there is a brilliant GIF out there, which I showed the boys last night,
Fuck me, that's amazing.
which is a guy on top of a mountain getting a blowjob and throwing his arms up in the air in triumph. It's so
fucking
good.
incredible.
He's just like, king of the world!
Hats off to that man.
It's a brilliant image. I think for me, I can't make up my mind. Either I'll do the nerdy thing, and I'd go to Japan for a week, and I'd go to the Owl Cafe. I'd go to
It'd be really interesting to go somewhere where people are racist to you.
yeah, it'd be amazing. It's not racism. It's just they
They
don't know
are
what.
super racist.
No, they just don't. It's
They are
ignorance.
super racist.
I suppose it's the same.
I've
thing.
had people, like Dan, who I occasionally
Goodbye,
collaborate
Japan.
with.
Nice to know you.
He's gone a couple of times. He's comes back saying, "Yeah, they're mad racist over there." Until you start speaking Japanese at them, and they kind of don't know what to do.
Yeah, I can only count to 5 in Japanese, so I'm not sure I'd be able to do that.
I can say Tamagotchi.
Go
Is
on,
that
then.
Japanese?
What? You want me to count to 5?
No. I want him to say Tamagotchi because I don't believe him.
Ichi ni san nyango.
Whoop. Well, exciting.
And that is all the Japanese I know.
I thought it was Sashigo.
San yongo.
I can go all the way to 10. These ones go up to 11.
Go on then.
Come on then.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hey! So either I do that, or I would go to New Orleans and visit
That's a good idea.
the home of blues music, because
Yeah.
that is my
Alright.
thing. Although
then.
Good
I
call,
don't know
good call.
post-Katrina and also mass marketisation of New Orleans. I don't know how great it'll be, but I'm sure I'll find some fun somewhere.
Just turn up with some like fried chicken and some armbands.
Hello, I'm British.
I've heard that this is what you need here.
I've got beads. Do you have boobies?
Alright, I still think the ISS is a valid answer.
But what would you do there? That's what Rob wants to know.
Look!
I
That's
would
what you
look.
bloody do.
I would-
You would look!
No, you wouldn't. You would find the best things to do in 0G. So what can you do?
Oh, I would play Pong with my cum.
Thank you. This has been the Pot Topic Podcast. Nice to meet you. Fuck's sake.
If not the ISS, because it's not in your mood, Alex, then maybe the Westboro County Church.
Oh, what would you do?
What wouldn't I do?
Oh,
Are you
everything.
shitting me?
I would sodomise a black man outside the Westboro Church.
I heard what you said.
And you're coming with me, baby. I would do unspeakable acts outside there. So come on, tell me what you do.
I've seen a video of a. This is just for starters. There's a video of it's a band video. They're sort of on tour and they're going through the area, and their bassist is female, and they pull up outside the Westboro County Church. She runs out onto the lawn, puts a rug down, and just starts masturbating on their lawn. So I'd probably,
Lovely.
I might end with something like that. I might start off kind of becoming one of the people.
You've got to end with a cum shot.
Absolutely got to end with a money
Everything's
shot.
got to end up with a
God loves me.
All over the Bible.
But I mean, I'm sure there are lots of difficult questions to ask. I mean, there are lots of passages in the Bible that are completely contrary to their entire position.
Well, yeah.
And bring that up. Also, no, she's defected now. She's not
can
there.
I just say,
one of the daughters of Fred Phelps,
Yeah.
who's actually now been excommunicated from the church because he was too extreme or something. I can't remember. But one of his daughters was Fritz, but unfortunately she got.
Didn't she leave?
She did leave. Yeah.
I can't remember
Please,
why.
why? I hope it's a good reason.
Oh, do you know
Because they're
what?
dicks. They're the
They
biggest...
are massive dicks.
No. I mean, I hope she left for some obscure reason.
Yeah, they
really obscure.
She wasn't
reason.
allowed a second cookie at communion.
Yeah,
Didn't like their politics.
Maybe she really liked jelly tots.
They're the devil's candy.
Oh, no, I know what I'd do. I'd figure out a way to try and get them to unwittingly recreate the entire screenplay of Red State.
Brilliant.
Is that everyone? Is everyone else got anything to say? Or is it time for something from,
The only other thing is I'd really like to go to San Francisco and go visit every single podcast that I listen to because they all seem to come from San Francisco.
San Francisco?
It rains
is one of the few
lot.
places in America.
We live
I would
in
go.
England.
No. Trust me, it rains a lot. I couldn't get out of the car. I was by the Great Redwoods. Couldn't get out of the car. Too much rain.
Too little traction, too much tarmac. I was well listening to that old podcast today in the car. I just did one, I think.
Oh,
so
it's
Kel.
It's Kel. Kel, you select.
One from us, one from the hot pot. Pol Pot. Whatever we're calling it.
No, the
Community
pole pot's the
chest,
other one.
community chest.
Right, this is a big shout out to all our listeners. We need names for the pots. So we've got the community pot and we've got the topics that we suggest. So can we please have some decent names for these pots? You can submit them via email to emails@pottopicpodcast.com. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a chance they might be more creative than we are.
Exactly.
There's a chance they'll be less drunk.
I'm just wondering who put this one in. So this is, in a world where hamsters have enslaved humanity, what role would mice play?
Who is that? Anyone here? No?
No.
So it's got to be from a previous...
I don't recognise the handwriting either, so...
Sorry?
Thieves. The mice would be thieves. Very good at stealing things.
Yes, someone's...
Sensible pelvis.
Oh,
If you
they'd
can
all
get your
be
finger in, the mouse will get in,
rogues. Yeah.
Could we not go all the way back to hitchhikers and they'd be like the genius behind everything?
Well, like dolphins. Or no,
No,
the mice
are
are the genius.
Yeah.
Oh, in a world where hamsters have enslaved the human race.
I think
roles okay.
the
What roles?
liberators. They would
Would
see our
mice be the
potential.
rebels?
They'd be like in Planet of the Apes, where that one ape notices that humanity has a purpose on this planet.
Yeah.
They would see that in us, I think, because they've been conducting experiments on us all our.
Or maybe
history,
they realise. Maybe they realise, like when all the lab mice get turfed out, because obviously when the hamsters take over, they're going to stop all testing on small rodents, and all the lab mice will be turned out. And they will want to reinstate the order because, yeah, all right, so occasionally they had horrible things sprayed in their face, but they could breed with impunity. And I think that's something they'd want back. So, yes, I quite like the idea of mice being our liberators. So long as we can provide
Have
enough
I just, like, top
peanut
trumped
butter.
this topic? Come on, someone else think of what mice could do.
Well, rogues or liberators...
I mean,
I've come up with creative.
Whatever host put this in, fuck you.
It's a bit of a shit one, to be honest.
It's a great topic. It's a great topic.
It's just we're falling over our own hubris and believing we can talk about any possible topic.
This is where the concept of this podcast falls flat.
Or would mice be the warrior cast?
I'd quite love them to be like the biker mice from Mars.
In what way?
Every way. I'd want them to
They
be-
rock. They fucking rock. Okay.
I'd want them to
They
be
are
fucking
actually-
gigantic space cyborg mice that would set us free from the tight grip of
I
hamster.
love that cartoon.
What was it? Vinny Modo and what was the third one called?
I
I
cannot
know,
remember.
that's beyond me. I can't remember. I used to love that
But
show.
how
when I
good would
saw
that
it.
be? And all the humans in a cage and the fucking
remember
gigantic mouths with lasers and a big cyborg eye.
Shortly after Biker Mice from Mars, there was the land sharks.
Land
Oh my
Sharks,
god, street
motherfucker.
sharks or whatever they were
Street,
called.
yeah.
I loved that.
I had an action figure for one of those.
Oh god, they were awesome.
There's
Never more have I wanted to be a fish.
there's a sexual move called the land shark.
Go on, explain.
So first off, like the receiver of this act has to be wearing elbow pads, knee pads, and a helmet, and they stand facing a wall, put their hands against it, and sort of present, and then the other person starts at the other end of the room, primed and ready, and just takes a run at it.
So it's like
Wow.
That's the land
it's
shark.
very similar to the charging ball.
Oh, I'm sure other names.
Or that one you have to have your arse painted red.
We knew the name of that. That's ridiculous.
It was either that or it was close to the Superman, which is where you take a running leap and then Superman over the top of the arse.
Superman.
Have you seen that video of that? It's a Japanese couple.
Yeah.
And the man does the Superman, and he sort of he gets in the Superman position while hanging out the back of her, and she's got her ass right up, and then he kind of tilts forward, so he's sort of balancing on her, and then starts spinning round.
No, that doesn't ring a bell. I remember seeing a couple do it, but I don't remember spinning involved.
If I can find that, is that something worth putting in the show notes? Or
Yes.
on Instagram.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I think that covers the roles of mice.
Did anyone else
In the
here read
Hamstocracy.
like the Mouse Guard books and stuff like that?
Oh, the Abbey of Redwall.
Yeah.
I read one. I never really got into it.
I read a
I was more
couple.
about the Deptford Mice by Robin Jarvis.
I don't know that one.
Ah, it was wicked. You had the Deptford Mice; they were the heroes, and then you had Jupiter the cat, who was the evil overlord, and he ruled the rats. And it was just a beautiful 3-part epic for young readers.
Yeah.
Of just mice having a crack and getting free. And what were there? There were 3 prequel books as well. One of which was the first time I ever cried at a book.
Oh,
Yeah, it was about Thomas, who's one of the characters, and he got involved in a love triangle.
yeah.
And-
Toms often do. It's a sad state of affairs when you're this pretty.
Who did you fall in love with? You yourself and
Oh, I just had 2 people just gobbling after me.
gobbling.
Oh, it's a
chasing you
sad
like
state of
hungry
affairs. Horny hippos, the new game from M&B.
Oh, no, it'd be like little white sperm in that bowl, and then
Trying to catch it in their mouths.
It'd have to come with its own, like, as well as the board, it comes with a pack of wet wipes so you can clean the hippos afterwards.
Don't move, hippo. I'll call you a cab.
Right, next topic.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think so.
Right, one from the whatever we're calling it.
Pole pot.
Community chest.
Potluck.
Community chest.
Please, guys, send in your suggestions. We need some decent names for
Help
these
us
things.
refine our formats.
I do like Pol Pot, but I don't know which one it should stand for.
I think it should be for the community.
I think it
I think
You lot are
Jazz.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is from Darren. What is the most absurd or irrational fear you have ever seen / heard of? I'm going to jump straight in with one that is probably one that everyone's heard of. It's the one that they go to straight away. It's the fear that a duck may be watching you.
What?
Quackophobia.
No, anatidiophobia. The fear that somehow, somewhere, there's a duck watching you.
That's so beautiful.
It is. It's a beautiful thing.
Why would that be a worry?
Sorry, what was it
though?
called again?
No, but now I'm scared.
Anatidiophobia.
I'm not. All I can think of is pancakes.
You're watching me, you'll be dinner later, bit.
Go on, watch me some more. Watch me.
You'll be in my tummy while simultaneously rubbing it.
I have a fear that I don't know if it's necessarily irrational, but lorries.
You are a cyclist.
The little village that I grew up in was right next to a very, very big quarry, and there were lots of very narrow pavements and narrow roads and massive trucks going to and fro from the quarry, and I was in a tiny little pram and didn't like the lorries, understandably. I don't think that's irrational. I think it's probably quite rational to be scared of lorries.
No, I think
Yeah,
I think you're
it's-
right being scared of things that can kill you.
Yeah, it's like being scared of tigers. It's human nature to be scared of something that can kill you.
No, but like if I'm in a service station and I see like a toy Eddie Stobart, like I start shivering and I'm
Norbert Detris angled lorry just drives past.
They found me like gibbering to myself in the freezer in the corner, buried underneath all the calipos.
Big shout out to Norbert Detris angle, by the way.
Hours of fun.
It's not a particularly pronounced fear, but I've got a very vague irrational sort of fear. Oh no, I'll get to that in a second. I've got this vague fear. So you know, like coat hooks that you get screwed into the back of doors.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always get a little weirded out about the idea if I catch my eyelid on one of them.
What the fuck is wrong with your fucking brain?
But no, we had a conversation about fears recently, and I came out and said, because I'm not really properly afraid of a lot. Like I don't have any phobias. That there's not a lot that scares me unduly. But there is something that does occasionally. In fact, I did it today while I was reading. Every now and then, and I swear it waits for me. It waits for me to be alone in the house for this to happen.
Stop giggling, D.
Every now and then, like when I'm alone, I will just be sort of doing something in the kitchen, and the draining board will settle. And I would have had all day to settle, but it always seems to wait for me to be in the house by myself with nothing else going on, and it will just do that little thing where, like, the forces just go, I just settle, it just goes clink, and then I just go, wah, 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 and then I sort of look around and go, oh, it's the draining. For fuck's sake, it's every fucking time, and it got me while I was in a different room today. When I was reading, I was reading in my chair in this very room, and we've got a hatch between the kitchen and the and the games room. And while I was reading, there was no one in there. And it was a little chink. And
Racist.
fucker.
There's something in my house that does exactly the same thing, and I haven't figured out what it is. It's a metal pop that happens every now and again.
It's me outside with the wobble board.
Every time it
Can you tell what it is yet?
Of me, and I don't know what it is that's making that noise. It's ridiculous.
A metal pop.
You just hear a I can't describe it any other way. A metal pop. It sounds like if you've got a piece of metal that's kind of slightly dented, it just pops back into place.
Oh, this just
Like a
sounds
little
like
clock.
It's a
like
noise-
metal that's calling or something, just doing a little ping.
I don't know what it is.
house noise.
I actually don't know what it. But it scares the shit. It's so loud, like stupidly loud. It makes me jump every. I've spilt
It could-
tea
it could be a house
because
noise.
of it before. So yeah, there's this one irrational fear that a friend of mine had. I think it's anthophobia, fear of flowers. That was always an interesting
Fear
one.
of flowers?
Yeah.
Is she
Why?
heavily hay feverish?
She just did no. She just there was some. I don't know whether it was this whole like Alice in Wonderland talking flowers thing or what, but she just did not like flowers at all. It was hilarious.
Well, how would she deal with walking past a flower
She
shop?
does not very well at all.
Really?
How can a flower
Can I
harm
meet
you?
her?
What are you talking about? Venus flytrap, man. Big old flower. Audrey 2, chomping you up. It might have been a little
you
shop of
don't
horrors
put
thing.
things in it.
I do.
That's the only way you can get off.
No, I mean other things. You got pagonophobia, which is the irrational fear of beards.
Yeah, it's the idea that they're sinister in some way.
I can't.
No,
Because I need to find out the name for this one.
What I think is the most widespread irrational fear is the fear of clowns, which is
That's not irrational.
what is it? Oh fuck! I can't remember the name of the clown it's named after. It's like something like bozobiphobia or something like that.
That makes sense,
But-
because John Wayne Gacy was Bozo.
Of course, there's
he
actually a
wasn't.
serial
Okay.
killer, yeah. But I watched the film It at the age of 11. Which is
I watched it
probably-
when I was too young.
Yeah, not the age to watch that. No, that scared the shit out of me. But then since watching that, it's fucking Dr. Frankenfurter being a clown, which makes it fucking hilarious.
I bet. You know what? I think one problem I haven't watched it since I've been tiny. So every now and again, when I do go past the drains that are big enough to have a clown in, I kind of go past like, oh no.
This is the thing, like, I've seen that film since being an adult and laughed at it because it's Dr. Frankenfurter, it's the butler from Cluedo, which is one of my, Clue,
I
which is
love
one of
that
my
film.
favourite films of all time.
Was that Tim Curry?
Tim Curry, yeah. And he's also
I still haven't seen
in
Clue.
Legend, which is just, again, one of my favourite
Legend in a
films.
long time. I need to see that again.
And it's just like, it's hilarious watching it, knowing that that's Tim Curry. Anyway, go on, Taz.
Yeah, here we are. It's componophobia, which is the fear of buttons.
Brilliant.
I've got no understanding of that whatsoever.
No.
No, unless,
Topic done!
Oh wait, unless that's born from like mothers saying to their children, "Oh, don't put the buttons in your mouth, you'll choke and die." But
Yeah.
I can't really think of anything else.
Did you like to put buttons in your mouth when you were a child? Like, that's not something...
No, this is hypothetical. This isn't something that happens. I don't have a fear of buttons.
Excuse me. I did know someone that really, really didn't like baked beans, and I did find out that is another one where there's actually a fairly large amount of a population of people that are scared of baked beans.
Are fears like allergies? Like, humanity at some point will be allergic or fearful of everything.
Probably. I mean, my brother's ex, she was terrified of ketchup. Couldn't have a ketchup
How?
bottle in her head. I don't know, but
This
she
is
just,
it.
like, particularly dried ketchup.
What's
round
that-
the
what's
rim of
that
the
killer
ketchup bottle. That
tomatoes,
was the
Phil?
thing.
Revenge of the Killer Tomato.
I've just done a quick search for it. I can't find the sort of a clinical name for a fear of baked beans, but the first thing that comes up when you search fear of baked beans is chef quits job because of fear of baked beans.
Excellent.
Thank you, Google. Love you.
There was that program where they obviously kind of just got a bunch of people that were scared of stupid things, and then went, "Oh, so we're going to try and help you by shoving you in all of it."
Yeah.
So they're kind of just people that are scared of spiders make a tarantula eat them. And
Do you know what? I have much respect for Dan Reichert from Giant Bomb, because every single fear he seems to have, he tackles head on. He had a fear of jumping out of aircraft. He jumped out of a fucking plane, and he's now a skydiver.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's the way to do it, though. Like,
he has anxiety issues and has become a public persona and just stands up in front of crowds of people and does a whole entire show. I'm in awe of that guy. Like, I used to hate him when he first joined Giant Bomb because I thought he was boring and he was a dickhead.
You were
But
so wrong.
I was so fucking wrong. He's an amazing human being.
I did used to have sort of mild acrophobia, which is sort of fear of heights. But that got killed very quickly when I started working in theatre.
Well, you have to.
Because like there's a lot where that's at. Like within 2 months of working in theatre, I found myself in the weird position of being kind of 15 foot off the ground, hanging by my legs, tying a knot with my hands and shouting, "Where the fuck are the elephant legs?" So you kind of got get over it quickly. But like phobias are kind of like sexually transmitted diseases, and that they are entirely communicable.
All right, that's a weird allegory, but
So-
okay. Analog, sorry.
So growing up, I never had a fear of spiders whatsoever. And then at a certain point, when Dad moved out, I was left with Mum and my sister, who were deathly afraid of spiders.
Right.
And just after years and years of them living and just sort of dealing with people screaming every time they saw spiders,
Yeah.
I didn't get a fear of them, but I got wary of them.
See, I can kind of understand arachnophobia.
Don't be a woman.
Well, all right. So again, that's one of those films that I saw way too young. I convinced my parents that I wanted to stay up and watch the film Arachnophobia. Of course, it's a comedy film, but I didn't make it that far.
Right.
It got to the scene where they're smoking out the trees in the jungle, and all these insects are falling into nets, and they're just doing a survey of what insects are in the jungle. And a cameraman goes up to take a picture of a particularly large spider, and it leaps at the camera, at which point I went, you know what, I'm really tired, I'm going to bed. And I got scared of spiders for a little while at that point. And then as an adult watched Arachnophobia, and it's a fucking hilarious film. It's
I don't
so
think-
funny. The love scene between the killer
And
spider
the
and the house spider is fucking hilarious.
I think
Hey, you're looking at me like you've never seen this, D. Have you never seen Arachnophobia?
No, I have, but I don't remember that bit, and that sounds fucking awesome.
It's hilarious. It's such a funny film.
I've never seen Arachnophobia because anytime it came on in the household, like my sister would be around, she would say nope, and then she put on Grease, which gave me a mild fear of musicals.
Mild fear of John Travolta.
But that's
Reasonable fear.
That's not irrational.
No, that's not irrational.
it's really interesting.
We've all seen that picture of him and Scarlett Johansson. He's
Oh,
a creepy
fucking hell.
dude.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting because even from what everyone here has said, a lot of irrational fears stem from childhood and things that sort of happened in childhood. Whether you had a bad experience with something, like when I was a kid, I had a really, really irrational fear, and I used to have to check behind the toilet and in the cabinets in the bathroom every time I went in the bathroom for gremlins because
Really?
I watched Gremlins when I was about 6. And there's this one scene, I think, in Gremlins 2, where a gremlin opens a bathroom cabinet and starts hanging out of it and laughing. And I had such a fear that I was going to find gremlins in my bathroom. It was ridiculous. What is that?
I just put my hand behind the chair and pulled my hand out. There's a big fucking web attached to my hand. Someone take a picture of it for the record books, but then I'm now well scared of spiders again.
They see you when you're sleeping.
They know when you're awake because they can't
we,
crawl in your mouth and kill you.
Let's have something from Potluck. From the Hot Pot. And this is Tom again. Post-coital traditions.
Okay, so do you know what, Taz? Do you want to leave off and explain why we had an ongoing game with this?
The climatic sexclamations.
Sexclamations or climactic expletives, they were as well at some
Yeah,
point.
fire, many names. But the thing, like the idea of the game is, as you come, you shout something ridiculous.
And every time you manage to get it done, and, well, every time you manage to shout something ridiculously stupid at the end of sex,
This is when we
it
were living
got
together. It got put on the side of
put
the
on the
fridge.
side of the fridge, and the winner was the person who hit the floor first, and it was a double.
Me.
Yeah, no, Taz won that one. It was a fridge freezer, so it was like 6 feet tall, and there were some great ones on there. There was Arnie quotes seemed to be brilliant for that, coming and shouting, "Who's your daddy and what does he do?"
Well, it all started when that brief time.
Come with me if you want to live.
You've got to make it to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
It started off by me. Sort of, I was aping Family Guy, and I was with one of our mates who shall remain nameless for the time being. And just because it was a lot of fun, and we just kind of there was a lot of laughter between us. I thought it'd be perfectly okay to finish off by going Shazam! And then, sort of, as I told this story, it kind of caught on.
Yeah.
And then we moved in together, and it became this game.
It became a fucking everything with us becomes a fucking game.
Oh, there was many on the side of that.
Disney
fridge.
quotes were a good one, like Pinocchio. I'm a real boy, and the point of coming.
Thank you.
The best one I ever heard Taryn doing. So I'm in the living room, and Taz and Kel at that point.
Nice.
You're right. Were together, and they were upstairs. And all I hear is sex noises, whatever. I'm playing my Xbox, fuck it. And carry on, and all of a sudden I just hear, Thomas Ryan. Thomas Ryan.
Thomas Ryan!
Followed by
That's my name! And he's shouting it whilst coming.
Yeah, he got pushed off of the bed really hard that night.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
What else? I came up with the Tony Blair, which was education. And I also came up with the Nixon, which this has to be done doggy style. You have to have like V for victory fingers held up either side, and you just have to go, I am not a crook, as you come.
So you can, listeners, take this game away and send us in your favourite
Climatic Sexclamations.
You have to do it in order to send it in to us.
I was still quite proud of my one.
Oh god, no, Kel completely misinterpreted the game.
No, when?
When you did the Darth Ferengi.
Darth Merengue?
Oh,
I went for the prequel, mate.
No, you never shout a sexclamation before sex.
So if anyone's seen Garth Merengue's Dark Place, there's a lovely intro, and following the intro, he sort of says, I'm Garth Merengue, and you are now entering my dark place.
Say that before sex.
Yeah, he walked out on me.
Of course he fucking
Do you know what? If you haven't got a sense of humour, I'm not interested, so...
You didn't hear from him again, did you?
I did not!
This was possibly the best game we've ever played together. It was so much fun.
I've got a few saved up that no one else has now to use their mind. Yeah. I think it's all over. It is now. Barry Scott from Sell It Bang. Bang! And the dirt is gone.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a really, really fun game, guys.
And
Join
the other
in.
one is just very, very solemnly be like, winter is coming.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
But other than that, I don't think I've ever had a postcoital tradition.
No,
there was the famous thing that came up on Mumsnet, wasn't there, with the penis speaker?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Do you dunk?
Did everyone hear about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this, Alex?
No, what?
Explain for the listeners.
It was a thread that came up on the forum, Mumsnet, and this woman sort of casually mentioned the penis speaker, and
What?
what it turned out, like, people, yeah, everyone else was exactly as confused and asked her to explain. And so she explained, well, like, I've only ever been with my husband. That's the only person I've ever been with. And he keeps a glass of water. We keep a glass of water next to the bed so that once we're done having sex, he rolls over and just dunks his penis just to give it a quick clean off. And then puts it back on the side. And everyone else is just like, what? And then she also told a story about how one time somebody drank from the penis beaker.
Of course that's inevitable. You're tempting fate at that point.
Yes, absolutely. If it wasn't going to be one of your friends, it would have been one of your children.
Oh, fucking hell. Taste your siblings.
study or chips?
Chips every fucking time. Chips.
But yeah, I personally don't have any.
I used to
traditions
listen to a podcast.
apart from just grabbing a towel.
Yeah, that tends to be the easy one. Like, there was a podcast back in the day called Geek Drone, and it was hosted by a couple of nerds. It was a video podcast where they were actually a thing. Yeah, so one of the hosts had this story where he was basically fucking his girlfriend, and he turned away literally milliseconds from coming and just went back to comics and just started reading a comic. I may have tried that on a couple of girls and it's worked quite fucking well.
Well, how does that work well?
Because they just fucking laugh at you.
I think girls have more of a sense of humour for that sort of thing than guys do. Guys take sex far too seriously.
Bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
Aside from you guys.
You up for talking about the scoop and slap?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Oh god.
I don't want to tell the story.
No, please do. It sounds better coming from you.
Taz, it's your story to tell. Go for it.
So Kel has a manoeuvre that she occasionally pulls on gentlemen callers.
That sounds fun.
Any bloke walking across the street.
It's you there. It's all right, Kel. It's impossible to make this story sound any worse.
Yeah.
What she does is, after all is said and done, and there's been the climax, and like the fellas rolled off and all aligned together. The manoeuvre consists of her throwing a hand down, scooping up what has been deposited, and then slapping them with it.
And that's why she's one of the boys. Fucking right.
There's a lot of people that don't like that.
So, Diola, you just, reminded me of the most brilliant end of sex story ever.
For fuck's sake. Right. Me and an ex-partner were doing the dirty, and once I had
Ejaculated!
once I had expired.
Once I'd perished.
Petit de mort.
Once I've expelled.
What was I bequeathed?
My partner decided to take the remnants whilst I was in quite a happy state of bliss, and on my forehead drew a line and just went, Simba.
Dude got Simbas. That is my favourite sex move ever because it has a personal connection.
I was so very upset whilst laughing.
I actually can't go into the Disney store anymore because the last time me and Tom walked into the Disney store, the first thing we hear as we walk in is "Na de Benya."
Yeah,
and I died on the floor laughing.
we both creased up.
Slightly more geeky version of that. This came from Dave, who we know through my cousin Darren, and he came up with the Altair.
Oh God!
Which is once you're done, you scoop up some of the cum and then you pass it over their eyes and recite Resquiet and Pace.
So post-coital, anything post-coital?
No, I don't really have any. I don't really.
I once got told to fuck off after I came.
Cab money's on the side cabinet. Fuck off, man.
That might be the way forward, you know.
It was
Yeah, go, done,
Done now.
finish, go.
All gone.
we were having a really fucking good mutual wank, and like,
Hello, Diola's mum.
Love you.
oh no, and then
Don't censor yourself, bitch. Come on.
yeah. So then, like, I came first, and I came far.
I came first and
I came far to get to deep, and
Hey, I saw I cummed over everything.
and it landed.
I came, I saw, I conquered.
And yeah, it went as far as to land on their face. At which point, they stop. Look at me. Fuck off. I laughed so hard.
Right, thank you for that topic. We've all brought up things that we probably didn't want to on air.
You're welcome.
Oh, I've been waiting to talk about sex. Hopefully there'll be more coming up.
That's why I put the topic in, because I just wanted to get that. Yeah, I wanted to get that game of sexclamations out on the air.
So Dido just pulled something from the pole pot.
Community chest, community chest.
Looks like it doesn't make any sense, or it's written in hieroglyphs.
It's from you.
One from Alex.
Really?
What does that word say?
Are you sure that's
It'll be Tom. It'll be Tom's writing. So.
Oh, do you want to pass it here?
What have you crossed off? What's
Okay.
crossed off?
So, ankle. Sorry. Alex says vajankles.
Vajankles, right.
Look it up if you don't already know.
I know what vajankles are.
So explain it to us and the listeners, please.
Right, so vajankle is a version of the ever popular male masturbatory device known as the fleshlight.
You're going to love this, Tom.
Okay.
It enables you to fuck a foot.
Tom, look at that.
Exactly, and that's why I chose it, because I knew it'd be so well received by a man such as yourself who hates everything.
You are off the podcast for life.
So
Feet are wrong.
We'll post the picture up, guys, because it's beautiful.
Yeah, as a man who does quite like feet, I don't understand it either. It's a bit fucking weird. I don't get it.
It's literally a
severed foot with a vagina.
A severed foot with a vagina where
In the
leg
heel.
leg joint would be.
Oh, is it there? I thought it was in the heel.
Yeah, no. It's literally like in where the stump of the leg is left.
Yeah, like you go in right into the marrow. And...
Right, we'll put it up on the community.
Oh,
page.
shit! Yes.
So everyone, if you go to our website and go on the community pictures, you will see a picture of this.
I suppose it serves a purpose.
No, fucking don't. That's fucking wrong.
I mean, if you're bendy enough, like Prince, you can get down there and suck the toes at the same time. But
Why like
I'm
Prince?
leaving. No, fuck
because
this
he's
shit.
had 2 ribs removed so that he can suck himself off.
That's the myth.
Is that? Oh, it's. I've been.
I don't know, because considering he's a staunch Jehovah's Witness, I can't really see that as being particularly true.
Well, you know,
He's also
I
like,
believe everything
bisexual,
I
though.
read.
Yes.
So
There was a similar rumour about Manson having
Yep.
removing ribs.
Yeah, there's so many.
And
myths
the same
about
for
it,
Cher as well.
Really?
Yeah, she's apparently had a rib removed.
What, so she can suck a dick?
No, because Sonny Bono. No, because Sonny Bono was so short, she had to bend that far.
We believe the love of the love.
I don't think... the thing is, the picture of a vajankle sums it up. I don't think we've got really anything more to add to it.
Feet are fucking wrong. Full stop.
That's alright, feet are cool.
You are fucking the stump that comes out of the ankle.
No, but that's not that's a vajankle.
With a vagina, Lauren.
do you know what, Tom? Make yourself feel better. Have something from potluck.
I hope it's about
this
feet.
isn't potluck.
No, sorry, the hot pot.
Hot pot. One from the community.
Fuck's
One
sake.
from us. Fuck's sake.
That was Arnie, by the way.
Oh, Jesus.
See, like,
Fucking hell,
one
this
of
one's
these shows,
wrapped.
this is complete without some sort of Arnie quotes.
Okay.
Which means at some point we need to, like, put on some Encore.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have heard about this band, but Encore is a band. They're sort of thrashy slash extreme metal, and the lyrics are taken entirely from Arnie films.
Amazing.
Yes, they are, and they're playing at Bloodstock, and we shall see them.
Okay, here's the topic then. So, have you ever been lost as an adult and genuinely scared? I don't know who that's from.
That was from me.
Oh, well done.
Never. No.
All right. No, not me.
To be fair,
I'm never scared.
I was once it was about a couple of years ago, extremely drunk, walking through Brixton, and got quite worried about where I was because I was in the back street somewhere. More worried about being jumped than anything, but I think that's a rational fear right there.
I think the only thing that ever came close was me and my wenchie went out for a nighttime walk in the woods, and I don't know. We went down a path that I've not really found since, but I got a little lost, but I wasn't scared because I knew I know those woods basically at the back of my hand anyway. Apart from this one little incident that happened in the dead of night when it was pouring with rain, and I wasn't too afraid because I knew I was still in the woods. I've never been properly lost as an adult, which is good considering that my work takes me to places like Wolverhampton and Glasgow that I've never been before, and I'm usually all right.
The last time I remember being lost as an adult was actually with Andy, who's been on previous podcasts. We were lost in the centre of London, and we just used our phone to try and work out where we were and try and find a way to a night bus that we could get home from. But we were exceedingly drunk and could not use our phones. So we basically just ended up walking in circles for a long fucking time, and got like a kebab and beer from somewhere, and it was actually quite a nice journey home, I'm not going to lie.
I'll tell you why I put that in. I was in where was I? Reggio di Calabria in the south of Italy, and I was staying with
beautiful pronunciation, by the way.
Thank you, grazie.
Grazie.
Yeah, and I was staying with a friend that we went to visit. Me and my other friend, and I was getting. So I have dreads, and my mate was doing it again. So she was just like, "Oh, can you find some shops to go and get stuff and shampoo and stuff so we can do your hair?"
Okay, yeah.
So I figured, yeah, of course, not a problem. So the person who was living in Italy at the time was just like, "Yeah, there's a shop down there on the right." Gave me some brief description.
That's Italian, by the way.
So yeah, like I was just like, yeah, fucking cool. So I'll bosh out and go and get some stuff. That's not a problem at all. So the only thing I take with me are the keys for that flat and my wallet. I didn't take my phone or anything else because I was just like, well, I'm going down the road. I don't need it. And on those few streets, it's just a big grid pattern of roads up and down some hills. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, right, cool, I'll go down here, go there, that shop. That didn't have anything. Right, okay, well, I'm sure there's another shop, I'll bosh down here. Did that a few times, kind of got to a few roads and stumbled upon the same place a few times. Decided, right, well, in these 2 or 3 shops that I've been to, I can't find the things I need. So I'll just go back to the flat.
Yeah.
So I go back, right, yeah, this is where I started, and this door should be it. Put the key in the lock to the lobby level of the flat, if you like.
Yeah.
Doesn't open.
Of course it doesn't.
So I was like, right. Well, this is where I thought I was.
Yeah.
So, right, I'll try the other side of the road. That one doesn't work. Okay, fair enough. Right, I've clearly made... I've made a mistake. Let me think about this. So I kind of walk a bit more. Now I don't recognise anything. Bear in mind I'm in Italy, and this is the day I'm going back to England.
Yeah.
All of my everything is in the flat I can't find.
Oh. No, you just reminded me, yeah, like, in my 3rd year, maybe 2nd year of university, my girlfriend at the time went on a year abroad to study in Toledo, in Spain. And I remember having the exact same problem, not remembering whilst drunk where the fucking flat was. Mm. And that was a bit scary because I couldn't speak the language. I couldn't communicate with anyone.
And especially there, in the south of Italy, they're not too hot on speaking English. So I was absolutely by myself, wandering around this little residential bit on the south-arse end of Italy, putting my key, but it wasn't even my key, but putting a key in loads of locks. So I hope there were a few Italians looking at this dude with dreadlocks trying to break into multiple places.
See, that's what... This is why, like, so many times I got to the point where I'd lost my car in my previous car because I could not find it in a car park, or I couldn't remember where I parked it, or it's been like 24 hours since I've seen it and not been able to find it. Now I have a little clicky button that I can press and it will make a noise.
Brilliant.
It'd be,
So
wicked,
it's just like,
it'd be
thank
a
fuck.
wicked version of that if you could sort of put something on your car that when you give like the first prompt, it follows with a second prompt. So like if you've lost your car, you just shout at your key fob, Marco, and then someone in the distance your car just goes Polo.
It would only work if you were driving a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
No, I had an incident once which actually has
Bad whiskey.
has come from the whole. I'm not allowed to leave a club on my own anymore. So
No, you're fucking
no,
not.
you are not.
You are
Right.
fucking not allowed
Right.
to leave a club
So
on your own.
For the record, Kel is absolutely by no ever allowed to leave a club by herself.
She's the kind of girl-
because she disappears.
She will, like, we have
Even
no
when she doesn't
worries.
leave a club by herself, she'll still walk out arm in arm with someone who's shouting crystal meth.
Yeah, that's a story. We have no problem with you walking around a club by yourself, because as soon as we walk through a club doors, you're disappeared.
yeah,
But you need to join us up
yeah.
at some point.
And on one occasion where I decided that I was going home with this group of people who lived together, didn't realise I'd actually agreed to go back to their place or anything. But yeah, I woke up in the morning
She's hardcore tolerant to Rohypnol.
in a flat. I had no idea where I was, what I was doing. My phone was dead. My friends may have all still been in the club or gone home. No idea. Yeah, that was pretty scary because more than anything, I didn't know who was in the flat with me.
You just reminded me of a story. While I was at uni, we went to the LCR in UEA, Norwich University, motherfucker.
Bruh, 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 bruh.
And it was a big drinking night. It was Halloween. I was dressed as Corey Taylor from Slipknot, and my mate Rob was dressed as Joey Jordison. And we basically had to carry this girl Emma back home. And in the bus on the ride home, we literally just left UEA Norwich, and she puked all over Rob, which was hilarious to me because I got none on me. Anyway, long story short, we walk her back, put her down in someone's bed. I think it was my mate Simon's bed. And we go back downstairs, carry on the party, because why not? We're fucked. So in the morning, she's woken up in a strange bedroom in a strange house she's never been in before, and not known what the fuck happened, how she got there. We hear stirrings from downstairs because we're still up. And I go upstairs to investigate, and the look of sheer joy on her face when she saw me, because she thought she'd been abducted. She literally like hugged me and went, "Oh, thank God. Oh God, I didn't know where I was." It was awful. Like, she thought she'd been like abducted and raped and all this kind of stuff, and just like, oh God, poor girl.
See, I mean, as much as I do stupid stuff, I'm usually all right with where I am in the world. I don't get lost often at all. I mean, even so, when I went to Boom last year, which is a festival held in Portugal, which is basically hippie
Cyclops,
heaven.
yeah.
It's hippie heaven. It's also kind of the closest approximation to heaven I've ever experienced on Earth. It's a really interesting place to go to. You'll go with me next year and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Or I'll laugh.
It's just like they have falafel everywhere.
Just weed and chickpeas as far as you can see.
I mean, I've got to stick up for a little bit because it did have an Argentinian steakhouse. So no, it's not.
That'll do.
all right.
I mean, you were in
exactly.
Portugal, so.
But there was this one night where I think we'd only been there for 3, maybe 4 days, and rather than doing the psytrance thing, we heard one of the stages were doing a psychedelic rock night. So we went there, and so we started doing our thing there, and we went through all that, and then I decided upon the idea of let's do some naked moon bathing because it's a full moon. It's a full moon festival,
Yeah.
and it was approaching full moon, and the moon was out full and hard. I was like, I need to bathe naked in that, and everyone else just went, yeah, all right, that sounds like a really good idea. So
Taz does have the tendency to get naked at every opportunity, by the way, listeners.
So after we've done an entire night of naked moonbathing, which also included, like, a passerby asking for a cigarette and then joining us in the naked moonbathing, by the time we left and everyone decided it's time to go back to the tents, I was so full of mushrooms that not only could I not recognise the things I was looking at, but I couldn't see more than 10 foot in front of me. Everything beyond 10 foot was sparkly dark. But I kind of knew more or less the directions anyway. I knew kind of where I had to go. And even in that state, I made it back to, like, from one end of the festival to the other end of the festival. And admittedly, I kind of lost my mind once I had a chance to sit down. But like, yeah, I didn't. Sorry,
didn't you wet yourself a little bit?
Again,
a little bit, a very little bit. The act of very slightly wetting myself kind of woke me up from my absolute stupor. I was like, got to go pee. But yeah, no, I was just like, yeah, getting lost isn't something that doesn't happen to me a lot.
Well, nowadays we have phones with fucking GPS. We're hooked up to satellites 24/7. We can find a way.
Like, when we went to Amsterdam as a group, I was really surprised at how well I found my way around and remembered landmarks.
To be honest,
things like that.
I am shocked. Like, we lost Andy at one point. He had to get carted off to hospital for a story that I'm sure will come up on this fucking podcast. But he ended up walking home from the hospital to our hotel and found his own way there, concussed. I can't believe that.
I just love the fact that he used the tram map. And he was just like, well, I recognise that station name, that's probably where I need to head to.
Motherfucker's a born scout.
Yeah,
he is.
Absolutely.
Jesus.
Orienteering masterclass.
Well, I've done similar. I've used bus stations to navigate my way across cities.
Oh, we've all done that at some point, yeah.
I mean, that's the one wonderful thing about London. Their bus maps are fucking on.
It's not just London. Like, even
I've done it in France. I've done it in Paris before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Where the fuck were the buses in Italy? They weren't there, man.
The buses would have pointed you to the correct flat, though.
Yeah.
Pointed me to the right area. Tiny little residential road, and all I had was fucking Italian men in fedoras sitting there playing cards. You're not helping me at all.
Stop being a stereotype. Fuck off.
Do you know what this is? Yeah, no Nintendo.
No Nintendo. Sorry.
No Nintendo.
No Nintendo.
Oh, why not?
They're Italian.
I like Nintendo.
Anyway, next topic. One from Potluck, one from the community.
What does Pol Pot have to say?
Oh, so this is one from Darren.
Again?
Yeah, he keeps coming up, bastard.
Like, everyone else, start putting in some more suggestions so that we don't just keep running into the same people. Like, well, I want to hear from all of you.
Yeah.
So, Darren says, do you think mermaids, mythical creature, real or Disney, were responsible for the invention of the titwank? Discuss.
It's a shit question, Darren.
It depends on the type of mermaid, whether it's top half or bottom half, to be honest.
True.
Yeah.
What would you prefer, Alex?
Well,
Tits or pussy? Tits or pussy? Oh, shit. That's a difficult question.
I don't know. Looking into the cold, dead eyes of a trout, I'd have to say that it's going to be top half.
I like
Yeah,
fish.
I'm a top half man myself. Diola, as the gay in the village.
Are you a top or bottom?
What would you prefer? Would you prefer fucking...
Motherfucker, I'm the pinnacle.
Okay, so this has never been explored in this question. So, as a gay man, would you prefer to fuck a man with a top half man fish bottom or a bottom man fish top?
You got no fun bits if it's like a tail bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
You need the fun bits.
Yeah, I need the two fucking right.
A trout,
So you're
trout with fun
saying
bits.
man top fish
Trouty
bottom.
fun.
Also,
Tickle that trout.
because the top half's got gills and therefore needs water. That's going to have to be in water while you're fucking them. So if
Oh,
you've
that removes half the problem, actually.
if you've ever had a fancy of drowning someone while you're fucking their ass,
Oh, definitely.
A super top merman is kind of perfect.
Super top merman.
I have to say, Darren, you've actually opened this question. I'm questioning myself now. Because you don't need to look at the top half because it's submerged.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you're gonna have the bottom half because if you're kind of having a really pretty face, and that's nice. But then you're gonna look down and there will be fish.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Rub your penis against
run
the
your
tail?
nails across all the
Yeah,
stairs
exactly.
and rip some of them off.
Yeah, I still have to go with the top half human, bottom half fish.
Really?
Yeah, like, there's fun things you can do with the mouth.
No, Mum.
With your mum.
I think. Okay, just to answer the question as proposed, no, I don't think mermaids are at all responsible for tit wanks.
No.
Not even one bit.
No, you know what's responsible for tit wanks? Tits.
Oh, there's another thing I can put my dick between. That'll do.
It's some kind of sexual thing that I can do things to it.
You're enjoying this. You're enjoying this too, love, right? Yeah, this is
This
wicked.
is so sexy, you're rubbing your dick across my chest. Yeah, cover yourself up, love.
Although,
Kel's shelving her cleavage right now while she's wearing a Pokemon dress.
although,
Gotta catch 'em all.
I believe you got quite a good tit wank story, haven't you, Kel?
Have you had clap?
Kel had an ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. The short of it basically was after a tit wank, he not only came up my bedroom wall, which stained quite badly, but he also
Monster kill.
Quad damage.
he also hit my eye, which really hurt. So I had a bloodshot eye for a week.
Oh, God.
Oh, lovely.
Thanks.
Daz, your question was shit, but that came out, so it was well worth it.
Cool. Shall we have something from the hot pot? Ah, it's for Alex as well. Pass it over, chappy. And
Righty-ho.
Hot pot!
Hot pod. Good, nice little rummage around in there.
Oh, I don't want more of that shit whiskey.
Drink it.
it's tough. And it's the laws of the show.
So drink.
The whiskey is here. The whiskey must be drunk.
Always have
Valentine's.
to be whiskey.
Valentine's blessed.
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Why?
Because whiskey's good.
Valentine.
Oh,
Valentine's whiskey is officially the worst one we drunk here. Worse than Bell's. I'm sorry, it's much worse than Bell's.
I actually prefer it to Bell's.
No, this is Bernie horrible shit.
Like whiskey?
Don't get
No.
defensive just because you bought it, bitch.
No, I don't care. I was in the shop and I've picked one at absolute random.
No, I mean there's a reason that it's whiskey, and just so the story comes out at some point, I'll put in a topic of the creation of this podcast.
Yeah, yeah,
So we can sort of cover all the bases. Yes.
Right, anyway,
Alex.
there's
Hey, fucking your one.
there's
We need to
Kind
stir up this pot a bit. I feel it's kind of not stirred enough, not shuffled.
yeah, this is one of mine, so sorry about that.
Go for it. It's better you being here, to be fair.
ISIS kidnapped sexual fantasies.
What?
Explain.
Put it back in the pot. Fuck you.
No.
Wait, do you want to be
Explain.
kidnapped by ISIS?
Explain.
No, can you imagine, like, you dress up like a militant Islamist, and she's all...
First off,
she's
I've
all
got to go
trussed
right
up
out
with a
there
bag
and
over
say,
her head
like,
and-
ISIS are in no way representative of Islam.
No, not at all.
Well, no, of course not, but that's got nothing to do with this. So,
Go on, get to the point.
you get dressed up in a balaclava, and she's all, like, tied up, and you've got the banner out, and, you know...
You've got the banner out.
Oh, is that what they're calling
Like,
it?
does no one else have, like, fantasies about kidnapping a Syrian aid worker? No?
No.
Right, so
Do you know what? So, like, I have been led astray by some of my sexual fantasies at times. I've like when having when sort of lying back, not having access to porn, like the mind will wander, and they've gone to some dark places, and they've never gone to the kidnapping of Syrian aid workers.
right, so
There is at least that to say for my sexual fantasies.
right, so have you specifically been to the point where you was like, I would really like to dress up like a member from ISIS and kidnap a pretty girl?
Do you cut her head off afterwards?
No.
No, he fucked it off instead.
You have a sudden change of heart just at the last moment.
Oh, the fantasy has a happy ending.
Exactly.
Oh, new world.
See, I was trying to cross the line, and instead I seemed to have, like, run across it completely naked, covered in shit, with fireworks coming out of my ass.
And then fell over and made a tit of yourself. Yes. Unless we, like, because you've written simply ISIS kidnap sexual fantasies, unless we interpret this as ISIS somehow get the power of entering your dreams and kidnapping all your sexual fantasies, and you get to see them executed.
Or you could go with ISIS that were from Archer, the program, and your sexual fantasies that roll with that program.
Oh, I would fuck Pam in an instant.
Oh my God, Pam seems so much fun.
She seems so
I'm
much
all up
fun.
on Carol.
Carol's fucking hot.
All right, fair enough.
There's something
twisted in the right way.
There's something wonderful about a mental bitch.
Yeah.
I mean,
Crazy chicks are the best.
I mean, but that
Yeah, fuck it, I'd go for I'd Mallory as well.
I mean, but what about Archer? Because
oh, he's
Yeah, I'd-
sexy. God.
However, because he is such like a potent male in what he does, I couldn't possibly live with being bottom for him. I'd have to top.
oh, abso-fucking-lutely.
Well, he is quite a pretty boy.
Exactly, but he's also I'd have to pin that down and just ream the fuck out of it.
See, I'm all about Cyril, but I'd gag him first.
You're all about Cyril. Do you know what's really interesting? Like the dude who does the voiceover work for Cyril also looks quite a lot like Cyril Figgis.
I had noticed.
Quite a lot of the characters in there look like their voice artists.
Oh, do they?
Oh, yeah. You look
Apparently, Archer doesn't though.
No, Archer doesn't look.
No,
He
not
doesn't
at all.
But
Not at all.
Mallory
He's
is basically
probably the
based
only
on
one.
Jessica Walters. It's exactly her. Like if you've ever watched Arrested Development.
Oh God,
it is-
yeah,
it is
yeah,
her.
yeah.
It's just her.
It's completely her.
Just a quick shout out to all the listeners. If you haven't seen Archer, watch Archer.
I have a
Archer
feeling-
is one of the greatest it's one of the greatest cartoons I've experienced since South Park. It's
Yeah,
not
you know what?
quite
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
par, but it is very, very good.
The only other one that comes close. Oh no, there's a few that come close. Aqua Teen Hunger Force,
Yes.
which is just fucking incredible.
Yeah.
You've also got Bob's Burgers
Yes.
And Adventure Time.
and Adventure Time.
Yes.
You can't
But
leave
eventually-
out Drawn Together.
Oh, Drawn Together, motherfucker!
Shit.
Oh God, yeah, Foxy Brown.
Foxy motherfucking Brown.
For real? Not
Not
for
for
play.
play.
But even like
Metalocalypse.
We bought you the most metal present ever.
and Venture Brothers.
Nothing!
All of the sort of adult cartoons are really, really good.
Yes,
Adult
absolutely.
Swim are
Adult
amazing.
Swim are amazing.
Yeah.
Adult Swim are amazing.
However, like, I don't know, did anyone here see Children's Hospital?
Pardon?
It was an Adult Swim.
Was that with
comedy
Rolf
series.
Harris? Oh no! Wait, no,
Don't tell your parents.
Can you tell what it is yet?
It's my penis in your ass.
I got confused. That was Animal Hospital, but
Right. So, what we just had? That was a question. That was your question.
Well, let's say we've got about 15 minutes left. So
Oh, cool. This one isn't from Darren. This is from the Pol Pot. This is from Dan, who I assume is Australian Dan, Mr. Barnett.
no, it may
How
not
are
be
you,
because we have another Dan
Oh,
that
do
I
we
know
have
post up.
Fuck!
Read the question. I'll tell you if it's Australian Dan.
Which Battle Royale weapon would you have?
That's Australian Dan.
Oh.
See, I've
They're not
never
giving us-
seen the whole of Battle Royale because I
Shut
keep
up.
falling asleep.
How do
I
you
make
fall
the
asleep?
mistake because I watch it when I'm too drunk and it's too late. So,
Too much tonic, too much fruit.
so, like, my memory of Battle Royale is like there's a classroom and they all get told they're going Battle Royale. Someone's head blows off. I fall asleep. I wake up. They're in a line. Someone's got a crossbow. I fall asleep. I wake up. Everything's on fire and a dude's bleeding from his nose. I fall asleep. I wake up and it's the credits.
That is not the way to watch that film, listeners.
Oh no, I know, and I'm annoyed at myself.
I want
Okay.
the frying pan.
Why? How would that help you?
Sneak attack.
With comedy noise. Ka-dong!
So someone gets a frying pan as a weapon.
That is some Rick
I
V.
know, that's why I said it.
Rick Veeves? Rick Reeves.
No, gun. Done.
You want to see me? No, gone.
No, I'd go for I can't remember what the character's name is, but he's the dude who runs everywhere and tries to catch up with the running girl.
Yeah.
And the thing he was given was the tracer, so you
Yeah.
could see like if there was someone near him.
I was
that
thinking
a
the
lot.
exact
it would
same
be
thing.
all that would like
That's
ideally
the
it'd
one
be
you
that.
want. That is one
pure
way.
evasive manoeuvre.
Not at all.
No?
No, because you can find weapons anywhere.
No. I would use it purely to, like, make myself leave the area if someone was near.
Unfortunately, you're always going to be left with. It's always going to come down to two.
Sorry.
Is it-
Taz had something on his head.
And we were all, me and Kel were just miming at him, saying, "There's something on your head."
But the thing is, like in Battle Royale as portrayed, like it's always going to come down to two people, and if you've got the tracer and you spend the entire time evading, you still got to deal with another person. This other person has probably had experience fucking up other people, so using it as a purely evasive measure.
But if you've got the tracer, does it show the dead bodies? Because you could then go and literally...
because as soon as someone dies, it all like their shit turns off.
Right.
As soon as it loses a
'Cause
heartbeat,
that would be really handy.
it
Just
would
go
be.
and raid the... I mean, just watch where the dots disappear, go to that
Yeah, I
spot,
see what you mean.
take the weapon.
But how do you then know who's dead and who's alive? On the tracer, I mean.
Well, if the dots disappeared, they're dead.
Well, yeah, but then how would you find the dot?
Go to last position. They're not going to have moved, are they?
Well,
You're-
yeah, but
you're
you've got to
sitting
then
there
remember
watching
and
it.
trace it.
If you're sitting there watching it, you've got all the time in the world, mate. You can see where
If you were
everyone is.
Andy, it would work. Orienteering, bitch. I'm going with the tracer. I'm sorry.
I think probably Tracer's the way to go. I fucking love that movie. There's
Do you
an
know what?
entire scene where someone deduces that someone had killed someone else or something happened because one of the girls was on their period and one of them wasn't, and
Yeah.
somehow she knew. Oh, it's just so odd. I love Japanese.
Did you ever see
fiction's
the second
awesome.
one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where they're paired up. So
Yeah,
if
then they
one
got
of
the
them
battle buddy
died-
system.
If one of them died, the other one died.
Which was like the second was a bit of a shame because it wasn't. I can't remember the director's name, but it was like the second one was directed by his son, and he clearly had extreme anti-West leanings, which I can understand because we've been shit for a long time now. But it was just kind of
Civilization.
it was so like considering what Battle Royale was, which originally like Battle Royale is a commentary on the Japanese education system.
Yeah.
And considering that's where it had its roots, like making it about East versus West, it's just a bit.
Yeah, I agree.
It was.
but
It was.
there's also a bit of the futurism side of it is taking things to its logical conclusion. So it's like the Running Man thing. Like reality TV will get to a certain point where blood sports is.
Yeah, but Battle Royale is not reality TV. It's not broadcasted. They got the press junket at the end.
No, but you got the feeling where there was a bit of public following.
Well, yes,
Especially at the
it'd be
beginning and the
difficult.
second.
Because at the end of the film is that whole thing where it's a girl that survived. And
No,
there's
it's the
a
start of the
commentary.
film. Is that
Oh,
was
it's
that
the start
one
of the film,
girl
isn't it?
just
Yeah,
covered
yeah,
in blood?
It's very start of the film, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't watched that in too long. It's time.
We might have our watching for this
I'll tell
evening.
you what.
All right, okay.
I'll tell you what. Read the manga. Read the manga.
I've read the manga.
Yeah.
It's fucking brilliant.
One of them is like the dude who does all the running in the film. He's the one with the tracer. He ends up having a battle with one of the guys who were put in from a previous. No, not the dude who's put in from the previous combat.
Yeah, one of the
dude
old
who joined up because he wanted to join up.
Yeah.
In the manga, he like they have a face off, and he tries to do basically he tries to do a Hadouken, and it kind of succeeds. Like the manga's really cool, but it's also very manga.
It is extremely manga, but I love it because of that. It's completely different from the film.
I am still waiting. Someone has the options to do a Hollywood version, and they've been sitting for years.
They'll ruin it.
They'll ruin it just like they did The Grudge.
They really will.
I'd still be very interested to see it. I know it'll be bad, but
The American Ring films were awful compared to the Japanese versions. I'm sorry.
yeah, absolutely.
How fucked would you be if you got the
However-
paper fan, though? That was such a sucky weapon.
Yeah.
However, do you know what was really interesting?
fan.
The American version of Dark Water was better than the Japanese. Like the Japanese version of that was just kind of junk.
Yeah, yeah.
But the American version with what's her name?
I don't think I've seen the American version.
Oh,
of
it's
Water.
got she's the girl from Labyrinth and also Requiem for a Dream.
Fuck. Connolly.
Her. She's the mother in it, and she's.
Fuck, how can I not remember her name? She's hot.
I know she's fucking stunning. Brown hair, green eyes. Oh,
Jennifer Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly.
Thank you.
Push me down and tell me exactly what you want to do, Jennifer Connelly.
She was insanely hot.
And she was really good in that film as well.
She was one of my childhood crushes.
So, what if we change the question to, if you were entered into the Battle Royale, what weapon, from a choice of any weapon, would you have?
The Tracer, we've already said.
No, not the weapons from
anything.
Battle Royale. If you could have any weapon.
GPS, lock-on, Tracer.
It's
I've
still
got
the
to
same.
say, like, that is the most useful weapon.
Bernard's watch.
Oh, motherfucker, Queen's nose.
Boom.
Queen's nose, motherfucker.
No. I think Dee's taking it with Bernard's watch. For those who aren't English residents, Bernard's watch was a children's program, and his watch, when he clicked, it was a little pocket watch, and when he clicked the top, it stopped time.
And the Queen's nose was when you rub the Queen's nose on like a coin.
Oh no,
it would-
50p piece.
He gave you a certain amount of wishes, and
He
you had
gave
to
you
pass it on to
wishes.
someone.
Yeah.
Oh, she was so fit.
Really?
I had a massive
What, you mean
crush
the,
on her.
You mean the redhead from?
Yeah. Had a massive crush on her.
I think I was probably a bit too old at that point to have a crush on a girl that young.
Well, I'm older than you, and I thought she was.
That's because you're a people.
Well, that wasn't even my first crush. My very first crush was Sally Gunnell.
Oh my god! What?
Yeah, explain that. I have no idea.
Reefer Strachan.
Those teeth. Like,
Sorry?
they're-
Michaela Strachan.
Michaela Strachan, motherfucker. She was hot.
Strachan.
I was Tinkerbell from Disney's Peter Pan.
She did want
What, you were actually Tinkerbell? That was your fancy? Oh, like,
That
you
explains a lot.
I mean, because she had
She
attitude.
had such a tiny waist as well. She was so pretty.
Yeah, that's hot.
And she was a bit of a badass. She had attitude.
She had a proper attitude on her, didn't she?
Right, okay, you'll want something from the Pol Pot.
Which one's that now?
Community.
That's from
the
the
community
community.
chest.
We're getting so confused over this shit. Please, listeners, please suggest some decent names for our two pots.
I'm going to get my label machine out, right?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I'm gonna label this motherfucker.
All right, okay, so this comes from Paula, and she asks, guilty pleasures. Hammerfall.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love Hammerfall. They're not good at all.
Yeah.
This is a
But
metal
I
band, by the
love
way.
them so much.
My guilty pleasure is just lazing around and not doing anything and playing video games all day and wasting my time.
Yeah, fair enough.
I do feel sincerely guilty every time I do it. Because I could be going to see my girlfriend, I could be hanging out with you guys, I could be doing something creative with my time. but those days where I can just sit down and play video games.
No guilty pleasure, yeah. What I mind is definitely something very similar, in where, like, I live in the room above the room we're recording in, and sometimes I go to bed and I can still hear people when I wake up, but I choose to lie in bed for an extra hour or an hour and a half just so I can be fucking comfortable.
That's a good. That's quite a tame guilty pleasure.
I'm trying to think of more. I know there are more.
Do you know
I just
what?
can't pin them.
No, I can say one for this entire group, with exception maybe of Alex, which is baby metal.
Yeah. They're not a guilty
That's not
pleasure,
a guilty
they're
pleasure.
just good.
That's genuine pleasure.
All right, yeah,
so
fair enough.
good.
Baby metal are a Japanese girl outfit that play extreme metal whilst also being uberly kawaii cute.
So kawaii.
And we all fucking love them. And again, in the same vein, is the Korean girl troupe, Girls' Generation.
Girls' Generation. Oh, G.
G.
That song.
Oh, God, you're
That
all so
dance
wrong.
routine.
You're all so wrong.
Oh, it's
Amazing.
so wonderful.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, okay, so one name. Dido.
You're just wrong.
I fucking loved. I genuinely love Dido.
I don't like Dodo, but Dodo.
Dido.
I can understand. I can understand. She's got a good voice.
She does have a good voice.
No, she does have a good voice.
Also, her songs are kind of filthy. They're kind of filthy, and like, there's one song where she's talking about, like, the theme is it's a song to an ex-lover who's taken a new lover, and there's one line where she said, "And I hear she comes so delightfully." And it's just like,
So British.
it's just
So delightfully.
I hear she comes delightfully. Oh,
Delightfully? No, it should be like she's, I don't know, being tased.
What?
excuse me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex.
That's what people are supposed to look like when they're orgasming properly. Like they're being tased. Like they're in danger of their heart stopping and shitting themselves a bit.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the guilt was reduced very recently, where I ended up listening to Dido and started writing a short story, and then, like, I sort of put on Facebook about, I just put up a status saying, do you know what, there's no dancing around it, I'm just going to come right out and say, I fucking love Dido. And I was really confused by the response, because I was expecting everyone just to jump on it and just go, what the fuck? But no, I got responses like, oh no, do you know what, she supports Arsenal, she's alright.
Isn't she some relation to some... wasn't her brother in, like, Babylon Zoo or something like that?
I have no idea. No idea. I do, however...
No,
because
I'm thinking Posh Spice. No, her brother... It's something like Jamiroquai. I can't remember.
Because of this single post, I since learned that she called her son Stan.
Oh, dear God.
Which, if you don't know... if
don't know
listeners at home,
Eminem.
If you don't know Dido, you'll probably know some of her work through Eminem. Because, what was the name of the song? It was called
Stan.
Yeah. And yeah, she did the singing on that track.
She did that thing bit over the top of the nasty vocals of, like, Eminem.
This is what happens if you fuel yourself with whiskey to do a podcast.
Any more guilty pleasure before we wrap this?
I've got two.
I'd fuck Justin Bieber.
Ew! Ew!
Whoa.
I'm hoping that's just to make sure that he cried.
I
tear
too,
him a new one.
I too would top Justin. I wouldn't be fucked by him, but I would
Oh, no,
top
absolutely
him.
not. Yeah, no, absolutely.
fuck
I'd just
you,
be like,
no.
fucking pay attention, dickhead.
I don't find he's not at all attractive. But if I could dominate him in that fashion,
No,
I'd be happy with that.
I wouldn't
All
want to be
the shit
associated.
he said, I'd be like, right, you.
Right, you, I'm going to pack it right up you. Shit.
Are you listening?
Now, my two guilty pleasures at the moment are actually two American TV programmes that I'm a little bit ashamed to admit that I watch on a regular basis, and that's Dance Mums. Absolutely love Abby, the Abby Lee Dance Company. Really, really lame, don't care. And Little Women, which is...
I know neither of these things.
No, neither.
they're
do I.
both like American reality TV shows. So Dance Mums is about a very, very young troupe of dancers that competes and all the rest of it. I'm absolutely addicted to that.
See, I'm also addicted to a program. I don't know if I should be addicted to or not, but it's RuPaul's Drag Race.
I love RuPaul.
My gosh,
Which is the only good reality TV show ever.
No, it's too grotesque for me.
It's beautiful. It's so amazing.
Yes, it's entirely grotesque.
But it's just like, so this week you've got $3 worth of clothes that we found on the floor. Make a stage show.
I
do.
got my girlfriend into this show, and she's currently out in drag at a work event.
Yep.
While we're recording, she is drunk, dressed in drag. It's an amazing show.
And I can guarantee she's going, extravaganza.
Eleganza.
Face.
Give me face in your face.
Fucking love that show. Anyway, we need to wrap up, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's too late. Dee's already pulled something from the hot pot.
We're approaching 2 hours.
It's alright, let's see how quickly
All right,
we
fuck
can
it, go on
this.
then.
Right, I have one from Tom again. And this is, why are anti-jokes the funniest jokes?
Oh, God, we've got to look up some anti-jokes now.
Oh, no,
They're not. Look, I am particularly fond of several types of jokes. Anti-jokes is probably my favourite. Helen Keller jokes are also up there.
Good noise.
Dead baby jokes, of course, they're a classic.
Yeah.
And then I think that's probably like my 3 favourite.
I quite like the orange for a head one.
Go on.
Explain.
Oh, God, it takes ages. Right, so, well, no, like a dude goes into a bar, kind of goes to the bar, kind of orders a drink, and kind of looks to his right and notices a man kind of in a rather nice suit, and it kind of just goes, "Oh, you right, mate?" And the dude in the suit kind of turns around and says, like, "Yeah, no, I'm fine, how are you?" Just like, "You've got an orange for a head." And the dude is kind of like, yeah. And he goes, just kind of, well, how did that happen? And he's just like, well, I mean, like, one day, I mean, it was a good couple of years ago now. Like, I kind of stumbled across, like, I'm an archaeologist. I came across, like this little, almost kind of like lamp-ish thing, and kind of, whilst cleaning it, kind of rubbed it, and would you believe a genie came out? And did the whole, you can have 3 wishes. And so his first one was to have unlimited money and for to have that for the rest of his life and be happy. And the genie was like, then you shall have it. And lo and behold, he had unlimited money and could buy whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. Everything was absolutely fine. And his second wish was just like, I just want to be surrounded by beautiful women all the time, and they will all love me. And so that happened, and he had gone through months and months of this. So he'd had unlimited money, and all of these beautiful women following him forever, and he was just fucking loving life. And the guy at the bar was just like, right, so what was your third wish? And the guy just kind of goes, well, to have an orange as a head.
Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, please go and follow this on Twitter. It's a guy called Anti-Joke Apple, and he posts up the best anti-jokes on the internet. I've done much research. He is the best.
Okay, fair enough.
How did Harry Potter get down the hill?
He fell.
Walking, signed J.K. Rowling. Sometimes I use big words I understand, and sorry, again, fucking up. Sometimes I use big words that I don't fully understand in an effort to make myself sound more photosynthesis. I really hate it when people use zodiac signs to justify certain actions, like, I don't care if you're a Pisces, Daniel, you're being a dick. Yeah, sometimes they fall flat.
See, no, I mean, I've always been a fan of anti-joke, because anti-joke is an absolute kind of, it's sort of dilution of the comedy form. Like when you're dealing with a joke is you present a case, and then the punchline is like a hook or a turn on the case that's unexpected, and that's what makes it funny. And with anti-jokes, what you get is the punchline, like, you start off hearing a joke, and you're expecting a punchline, and then what you get is entirely not a punchline. And that's kind of what one of my favourite jokes is, why did the penguin fall off the bicycle? Someone threw a fridge at it. And
there's a lot of those ones.
There's a fucking beautiful series of jokes.
It's like the monkey in the tree. And,
oh no, I'm getting, so it's not monkeys, it's elephants. Why did the elephant fall out the tree?
It had a heart attack and died.
Because it was dead. Why did the second elephant fall out the tree?
It was stapled to the first monkey.
Why did the third elephant fall out the tree?
Because it was sucking the second monkey's finger.
Monkeys.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about monkeys. But.
No, the third elephant fell out the tree because he thought it was a game. Why did the fourth elephant fall out the tree? It got lonely. Why did the giraffe fall out the tree? Thought it was an elephant. Why did the monkey die? Had 4 elephants and a giraffe fall on it. I love anti-humour, and it's all tarnished by the fact that I can't tell jokes very well. Very sorry.
So I'm quickly strolling, trying to find some that are funny on this anti-joke apple.
Dead air.
It doesn't matter, right? I'll edit this shit out, but...
Dead air.
The air is
You're
dead.
listening
The air,
to nothing.
so dead. The air is dead. All right. Well, that didn't go so well. We could finish on a on something from the pole pot.
I'm quickly trying to
That's all right. I'll tell you what. We'll wait.
No,
Right, Alex,
wait.
give some interlude music. Quickly, go. Interlude music.
Come back here, you fucking knob. There's my old caps.
And these jokes are from anti-joke.com. What's worse than finding a worm in your apple?
Rape.
The Holocaust.
Obvious.
Why did the boy drop an ice cream?
Because he got shot in the face.
Because he got hit by a bus. Close. Violets are red. Sorry. Roses are red, violets are blue. I have a gun, get in the van.
One of my favourites.
Why did the boy?
Tried
What did the boy
and
with no arms get for Christmas?
Cancer.
Yeah.
How do you confuse a blonde? Paint yourself green and throw forks at her. You see what I mean? It's the pinnacle of humour. There's no reason for a punchline whatsoever, and everyone laughs.
I don't think we're going to have such a heavily edited segment in all our running. Let's finish off quick. No, let's finish off strong. Let's get something from the community.
Okay, one from Potluck.
No.
Yes.
Pol Pot.
Pol Pot, okay. Okay, so this one's from Australian Dan again.
Right,
He submitted so many fucking topics. They are going to keep coming up.
Full points for
you, my little
enthusiasm.
penguin.
This one,
The penguin, I miss you.
this one is a very good question.
Right.
So, which tube line would you best have to live on forever?
Would you
To live on forever.
Which would be best to live on forever? Which one goes to Morden? Because if we get on
Morden's
goes to
dead.
Morden, we can sing the Hobbit song all the way.
Which one goes to Cockfosters?
Northern, no.
Piccadilly.
Piccadilly.
I'll pick your dilly.
I can't choose just one line, but Bank Station. I would live at Bank Station because
Northern Line.
They've and also Central and many others. But
So you haven't asked the question at all.
yes, but I explained that because I can't pick a line, but Bank Station is the place to be because they've got the single cheeriest announcer. Like there are times where I have to get the bank as a connection, so I go to the 3 Mill Studios or whatever, and their announcer in the morning just makes you feel better. He's so lovely. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, one and all. If you would please make your way this way. Oh, lovely, 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 lovely. Oh,
that's the same
so
reason
good.
why I used to love about a year ago going to London Bridge, because there was a fucking Rastafarian.
Yes.
It was so good. If you want to get on the Northern Line, you got to go down the stairs and down there. All of his, there'd be a cancellation. You couldn't be angry at him.
Actually, do you know, if I had to choose a line, it'd have to be either district or circle. Because those are the two lines where they're kind of the heaviest traffic, and that's where you get a lot of the weirdest people.
See, I wouldn't want to be on the line from that horror film. What was that horror film set in a tube? Creep, that was it. That's wrong. That was fucking scary. But
it wasn't.
I would love to be on the Northern Line if I had to pick one for the rest of my life.
Oh, so you could find love on the Northern Line.
I was going to say, isn't that a song?
Not because of that reason, because it goes all the way from where I need to get off on the train.
Check it out, readers. The song is Love on the Northern Line by Northern Line.
You said check it out, readers.
Yeah, I'm calling the community readers.
No, that's a regular features thing. We can't do that. That's a podcast. Regular features. Listen to it if you haven't already, because they're fucking amazing. They call their listeners readers. We can't do that.
Well,
but I would be on the Northern Line purely because it stops at Soho, so I can go out gaying whenever I fucking want. Diola, you're feeling me, yeah?
Get me though.
Get me though. These fucking waste man over here don't understand.
Also, other side, you've got Camden as well.
And Camden.
When we on the
so I
Northern
could go
Line, when
visit
the band
my...
got on and we had the...
Oh my
the
God,
band all the way
that
to
was
the club.
fucking
That was
wonderful.
amazing.
I've had so many fabulous journeys on the Northern Line, but also I could go visit my fucking sister.
The thing is,
Because
I mean,
I love
if I had to get stuck on a tube line, I might kind of go for what's the line that goes to Richmond?
District.
Greenie.
Just because it goes above land and I can see pretty things. Because if I'm on it forever, I'd rather not be stuck in a tunnel forever.
Victoria Line's got air conditioning and Wi-Fi though.
Northern Line, as soon as you reach East Finchley, it's above ground.
I don't think I've been that far on the Northern Line.
I
used to have a girlfriend that lived in East Finchley, so I know that.
I got chatted up by a dirty old man on the District Line.
Dirty old man.
Dirty!
This was...
Dirty one!
This was on a visit back during my singular month at uni. So I got back into London, got the tube, I got on the District Line to get to Victoria and make my way back and whatnot. And I got cornered by this man in one end of the train. I sort of ended up talking to him, and I was right in the corner. I was sitting on kind of one of those bunk seats that have on either side of the connecting doors, and I was just all sitting there. And there was this old chap there. So we're talking. So, oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh, so what do you do? I'm a student. At which point, where he had one hand on the door to my left, he then extended his left hand to the door on my right, and just blocks me right in. It's like, oh, you're a student, eh? At which point, we pulled up to the station, the doors opened. I said, oh, sorry, this is my stop. I just got off.
Okay, so look at it this way. Which trains would you rather be in? Because the tube trains are all different on all lines, pretty much. So I'm going to pick the DLR.
No. It's got to be Hammersmith City Line because they're the trains that don't have any connecting doors, so you can see up them.
See, I like the
see all
DLR
the way up the
because
length of the train.
you can have some privacy because you're all facing the same way.
And also on the DLR, you can drive the train.
Me and Diola did that. It was so much fun.
It's so much fun. For anyone who's ever been on the DLR line in London,
Dockland's light railway, so basically it's not got a driver. It's
it's all automated. So you can sit right at the very front, with the very front window, and pretend you're driving the train.
We sat
It's
there
a simple
for the
pleasure,
whole
but it's a good
journey,
one.
pretending that we were on a roller coaster with our
Yep.
arms in the air going...
You're about 20 foot above the ground going through the Docklands.
although the
It's like the
DLR
future.
does tilt, which I'm not fond of. I don't like tilty trains. So I get motion sick.
That just never occurred to me.
On trains, I pretty much shat myself. Again, in Italy, when we going through... Because in Italy, it's kind of like very, very, very tall, and then it steeps down very, very quickly to the coast.
Yeah.
So all the trains kind of scoot around the coast. And what that often means is that trains will have to pass over a bit of a valley. And on that valley, they pass a bridge. And on that bridge are no safeguards. I know that a safeguard isn't going to do much for a train anyway, because trains are well heavy. But going over like a good 150-foot drop, and you can see the track.
Yeah, that'll shit you up.
And then you can see the track, and then there's just
nothing.
There's no rail. There's nothing. There's just the track, and then 150 foot down.
See, I quite often have to go up to Birmingham for work things.
Birmingham.
But work things often end up in a big piss up and a strip club. So I'm often quite hungover on the drive home, or the ride home, sorry, on the train. So a tilty train on a hangover is awful. It's absolutely the worst thing you can experience on a hangover is a tilty train, because I get motion sickness at the best of times. That sets me on edge.
I will take a hangover tilty train any day over ending a night in a strip club.
Yeah, to be honest, it never ends well.
I do not.
Do you know what my secret is?
So.
My secret in a strip club, every time I walk in a strip club, it happens automatically. I have no control over it. I turn gay. I pretend I'm gay so girls will leave me the fuck alone and just let me get on with my drink and my chat. And also, strippers, once they start coming up to you and you start laying on the gay, being all fabulous and darling this, darling that, they will have a chat with you and have a smoke and talk about their lives, which is so much nicer. It's so much better. You and me, Dee, need to go to Spearmint Rhino in Birmingham. I'd love to have you. I once went with a couple of lesbians. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I don't know. Like strip clubs are always an odd one for me, because like the very first time I encountered a strip club, it was it was the Kicks and Peel. We'd been to see a gig, and then like when you're at the bar, at some point someone walks past the door, and then when the door flaps, you can see into another room where there is just pole dancing going on. So I decided, let's go over, let's have a look at that. And so we went round.
A strip club with £1 entry fee.
£1 entry fee,
Christ.
and also like because this is England, and we're not like kind of putting notes in G-string kind of society. What they do
you can't
instead
put a pound
is,
note in someone's G-string.
Exactly. So what happens instead is before the dance, the stripper will walk round the club and with like a glass or something and just say, "Oh, pound." So you just put your pound in. And
I've never been to a strip club like that. Jesus Christ.
It was a special place.
I walked out.
That's cheap.
Considering this is my first time going to a strip club, I walked out of that criticising the choreography.
Yeah,
Fuck's sake.
He turned to me and said, "Well, the choreography wasn't very good at all, was it? You know, I think they could have done more with the songs and their movement." Shut up, Darren! You just saw tits.
Be happy. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we need to wrap this shit up right now. So, thank you very much for listening. You are all amazing, and I love you so much for that. As I quickly fill the time while I'm trying to bring up the
Love
list.
you.
Okay, so visit our website. It's pottopicpodcast.com. Someone give me some backing music, actually. Fuck this. I'm used to it. Visit our website at pottopicpodcast.com. Sign up to the newsletter. You can find us on Twitter at Pot Topic Podcast. Look for us on Facebook and Tumblr. Just search Pot Topic Podcast. Send us an email with suggestions for your name for the pots at emails@pottopicpodcast.com. Rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. And you can like our video on YouTube and SoundCloud. It's so dirty and deep in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fuck it, it's like a black metal.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We just clipped the microphones. I will see you next week.
Good night, all.
Love you.
Love you and good fucking night.
Oh, fuck off.
music used in this episode was Meatball Parade by Kevin MacLeod and Compotech.com. It's licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Please see the MP3 comment tag or show notes on pottopicpodcast.com for more information. Good recording, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. Love you all.
Make it pancakes.
Make the pancakes,
Put it in the pancake. Make it pancakes. That's what I'm gonna make. Bacon pancakes. Dun 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 dun.
Pancakes. Oh.
From the window to the floor.
You made the other chair. D. Swap it with Tom's.
Oh, it's split right in the middle of the back.
Yeah.
Awesome. Should we, just for good measure, should we saw through the legs a little? I would be no one was them smoking test string my course of the hustling so you can follow my deep on the set now that's inside you listen me you see I see you gotta catch 'em all.
This chair's broken.
Beat the shit out of
You
him.
broke it.
I think I've broken your chair.
Motherfucker.
That one?
You broke one of our... Oh, dude.
We sat down.
We don't have enough chairs.
We can have to take that, bitch.
I think you're going to have to buy a new one.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's actually quite comfy when it breaks like that. You got support on both your shoulders. It's quite nice.
Until it manages to catch a bit of your back skin.
Ah, pinchy back skin.